A legacy that takes a lifetime to build, it can be wiped out in a single night. A future, it can be bought for 9 figures. And a tradition, held sacred for over 60 years, it can be sold off to the highest bidder. This, right here, is the new reality of American sports, and the stakes have never, ever been higher.
I mean, just look at this. This is the raw, public end of a dream job. Hubert Davis, a total North Carolina legend, having to announce his own firing on Instagram. After 5 seasons leading one of the most storied programs in college basketball, his time there just stopped. And it all came down to one single number.
19. That's it. That's the number of points North Carolina was up by in the second half of their first-round NCAA tournament game. A 19-point lead that just vanished. An unbelievable collapse that ended in an overtime loss. You see, in the world of high-stakes college hoops, a lead that big isn't just a number, it's a promise. A promise that was shattered.
And here's the thing you have to understand. We're not talking about some failing coach here. This is a guy who took his team to the national championship game just a couple of years ago. He won the ACC regular season. He had a winning record of nearly 70%. But none of it mattered. In today's game, the pressure to win right now and to win big in March is absolute. One horrible loss was enough to erase everything.
So just like that, a multi-million-dollar story about a legacy cut short comes to a quiet end. But while that door is closing, another one is being blown wide open, and it's powered by an amount of money that is just staggering.
$115 million. No, that is not a Powerball jackpot. That is the price of a future. It's the massive bet one of baseball's most historic teams is placing on a 24-year-old, hoping he can build a whole new legacy from scratch.
The player is Pete Crow-Armstrong, PCA as they call him, and the Chicago Cubs are making dead sure he is not going anywhere. So while North Carolina is paying millions to move on from their leader, the Cubs are investing a straight-up fortune to lock theirs down for years to come.
But here's what makes this deal so important. It's the structure. It's a 6-year, $115 million guarantee. It locks him in right through his prime. And crucially, it buys out 2 years where he could have hit free agency and gone for even more money somewhere else. The Cubs aren't just paying for his talent, they're paying for control.
And you can see why they're willing to pay. PCA isn't just a maybe. He's a proven monster. We're talking a rare 30-homer, 30-stolen base guy. A defensive genius who won a Gold Glove in his very first full season. Some people say he's the best defensive center fielder in the entire game. In today's world of sports, those are the numbers that get you paid. Big time.
Okay, so you've got one legacy ending in total heartbreak and another starting with a massive payday. But sometimes, a team's whole legacy for an entire year boils down to just 48 minutes of basketball on a Wednesday night. So now, let's head over to the NBA.
Just take a look at these standings in the NBA's Western Conference. I mean, it is a total knife fight. The gap between the 5th and 6th seed is razor thin. We're talking about the difference between a guaranteed playoff spot and the absolute chaos of the play-in tournament. It could all be decided by one game, and that one game is happening right now.
And listen, that is not an exaggeration. People are calling this matchup in Minneapolis the game. It's on national TV on ESPN because the stakes are just that high. A win for Minnesota, they might jump into the top 4, but a loss, and they're right back in a dogfight for their playoff lives with Houston.
And they have to do it wounded. Both of these teams are missing huge pieces. The Timberwolves are playing without their superstar, Anthony Edwards. The Rockets, they're missing their veteran leader on the floor, Fred VanVleet. This isn't just a game of skill. It's a test of pure will, a battle of who wants it more. It is pressure at its absolute peak.
You know, all this pressure to win, to make money, to stay at the top, it doesn't just affect the players and the coaches. It's now changing the literal landmarks of the games we love. Now, let's talk about what happens when tradition itself has a price tag. Since 1962, it has stood as a true cathedral of baseball, one of the very last places untouched by a certain kind of modern business. Well, that's all about to change.
Yup, you heard me right. For the very first time in the long history of the 3rd oldest ballpark in all of Major League Baseball, that perfect green grass inside Dodger Stadium is going to have a corporate sponsor's name on it.
The name is Uniqlo Field. It's part of a massive deal with the Japanese apparel company. You're going to see signs on the grass, on the center field wall, everywhere. This isn't just another ad. This is a fundamental shift for a true American institution. And if you want to know why this is happening right now, this quote from Uniqlo's founder tells you the entire story. The Dodgers have become a global brand,
powered by international superstars like Shohei Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. This isn't just an American team anymore, it's a global business, and that business needs new ways to make money, even if it means selling a piece of its soul.
A coach fired after a 19-point lead disappears. A 24-year-old paid $115 million. A whole season hanging in the balance of one game. A sacred field suddenly getting a corporate name. These are not 4 random sports stories.
No, they are data points that spell out the new rules of the game. Rule number 1, pressure is absolute. What you did last year means nothing. Rule number 2, money is king. Teams will drop 9 figures to lock down talent and control their own fate. And rule number 3, tradition is now negotiable. When you're dealing with billion-dollar businesses, even the most cherished traditions are up for sale.
This is the world we live in. The games we love are transforming into massive, high-pressure, global industries right in front of us. The loyalty, the purity, that feeling that it's all more than just a business, is that all starting to fade? So the last question is for you. As we head into this new era, what part of the game are you most afraid to see disappear for good?